Okay, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh once more. So, since Rida is not here, you can ask me, Mazen. So, let me share my screen first.
Rida, welcome back.
Okay, Rida's here. He saved me. He saved me. So, now talking about money and society, but let me please forward. All right, so Rida, Mazen, you play the role of the examiner, and Rida will give you the answers. But Rida, please, Mazen, please, I want you to notice his answers, okay? And try to fix his errors as well. So whatever mistakes or whatever things that he's missing in his presentation, keep an eye on everything he's talking about. Bismillah, let's start.
Okay, please, Mr. Rida. In this part, I can ask you some questions related to the topic that we discussed previously. Question number 1. Why do some parents give their children money to spend each week?
I think that there is more reason for that. For example, some parents have to bring their kids or their young children money to buy anything they want, and sometimes for shopping. On the other hand, some parents bring their children money only for let them depending on themselves. So I think there is so many reasons may rush parents to bring their children this amount of money.
And do you agree that school should teach children?
Your comment on question 1.
Okay, to use provide and bring.
Sorry?
It's better to use provide than bring.
Very
bring
good.
Their children, provide their children.
Provide with.
Provide their children with.
Very
better
good.
than bring
Okay.
their children. Also, using of, on the other hand, is for the opposite opinion or opposite side of view. But you use it for the same
idea. Very good.
Okay.
For the same idea, what can I use?
But I have a question here, Hussein or Mr. Hazim. Related to the word bring, because this is the second time you recruit this, not recruit. Correct this word.
It's regarding that this type of vocabulary is a simple vocabulary. We have to use a complex advanced vocabulary.
Okay, I got it.
So provide is more advanced. Or if you use if you like to use something for the same idea, you can use in addition.
Similarly, moreover, in addition to that, okay. Also, these are what we call adverbial transitions.
Okay.
Adverbial transitions, and we call them transitions because they move you from one idea to another. Okay, as if you're just like a frog that jumps from one idea to the other idea, one idea to the other idea. These are the transitive words. Okay, so adverbial transitions are important, and you have to learn when to use each and every one of them.
Okay. Is these transition words are already collected in the Korean vocabulary?
Oh, well, no, but I have a handout for it. I will send it.
Train ourselves.
Sure. Yes. So, any more comments on Rida's presentation?
I think only these 2 points that I noticed the most.
Okay, that was so impressive. Now, Rida is going to ask Mazen. Question 2.
Okay.
Okay, dear Mazen, please tell me, do you agree that schools should teach children how to manage money?
Certainly that school have a major role to educate children how to spend or use their money wisely. They also can invent new ideas to how they can share a stock with the classmates, which can be profitable for themselves. And they with this they can impel the the value of saving in the young children. So I think this is very valuable and very vital for the children growing procedures.
رضا your comments please. يلا خلاص عرفنا البروسيجرز
Okay,
تفضل.
okay. Related to, he said school teach. He said it's school educate. Okay, I think he should say schools educate or school educates. Okay.
Okay.
Just this only point I noticed really.
Okay, great. Yalla, move to question 3. I'm not going to interfere. Mazen ask Rida and vice versa.
Mr. Rida, do you think it is a good idea for students to earn money while studying?
I think it's double-edged weapons. Some people think that if you let a student to work, that may let him to depend on themselves. But on the other hand, some people believe that this may consume their time and make him away from concentrating on their studies.
Okay, I noticed only one comment about the usage of word consume. It doesn't give the negative meaning of wasting the time. You can better use uh, um, abusage of time using, or it's better to use they cannot manage their time well. But consume is can be positive meaning.
Consume related to positive meaning.
Yes, yes. It doesn't reflect the negative meaning of wasting the time in work instead of studying for students.
Or we can use the word wastes time.
Yes.
Wastes time. Waste is a good word to be used.
I just want to refer that you have only one time. So if you let the work to consume the time, work will consume it. Or يعني, I mean that it's only one time. Maybe the work will consume or studying will consume.
Okay.
That's what I mean by that.
Then it's all right. No problem. That's good. Great. But again, I have another comment on two wasting. Okay. After two, you have to use the gerund, Rida. This is not the first time you make this mistake. After two, use the gerund.
Yes.
The
Yes.
infinitive form of the verb, not the gerund form of the verb.
Yes, that's right.
Infinitive, not gerund. Okay?
That's right.
Okay, so next question. Rida, ask Mazen, please.
Do you think
Hold a pen and a pencil in your hands, pen and a pencil to write whatever mistakes you got. Okay?
Okay. Mr. Mazen, do you think it is true that in today's society money cannot buy happiness?
I totally not agree with this idea, because that with money you can get a wonderful trip, or you can get a travel ticket to your favorite destination, and you can enjoy a few days, which is can be memorable for you and your friends that will spend those days with you. So I think money is like a media, or like a reason that can help you to buy happiness, of course, nowadays.
A means instead of a media. Amazing. It's not a mean.
A means. أيوه هي دي
Yeah.
بدور عليها.
Okay. So, Rida, any comments?
So just he miss. Okay, just he didn't use introductory word like personally or
As a matter of
in my opinion, as
very
a matter
good.
of fact.
Okay, excellent.
Just is it.
Okay, what about the variety of sentences?
It's a good. يعني كويس ما تقلقش.
Very good. He used a very good, it was very good. I could notice many of the subordinate conjunctions that were used too. Okay, now Mazen's turn to Rida. And please watch the fluency. Whether you stop a lot or you make any pauses, unnecessary pauses or pauses for thinking and so on.
In your opinion, Mr. Rida, what disadvantages are there in a society there where the gap between rich and poor is very large? What disadvantages are there in a society where the gap between rich and poor is very large?
I'm afraid I didn't understand the meaning of the question, but I will answer as I understand. I've already understand it. If you mean that, what is the disadvantage which we gain from the big gap between the poor people and the rich people? That's what you mean?
Exactly. What I need is the negative effect of this gap between rich and poor in society, in a society.
I just think I think that only poor people will suffering from lack of many services, and the issue will become clear when it comes to talk about the fundamental services like education or eating or housing and so on. But in general, every place has poor people and نسيت التانية. Poor people and rich people. Just
Okay, Mr. Rida, you just mispronounce lack. Lack of yes, not lake.
lack.
It's like
Yes, lack.
also you repeat the letter of or. You say it or and or again. It's only one time, so you can
Okay.
say tomato, onion, or olive, not tomato or
Okay.
onion or olive.
Okay, thank you.
That's the only two comments that I use.
Excellent job. Great job. Next question. رضا.
اختفى ما الشاشة فين؟ حضرتك شلتيها تقريبا ولا ايه اللي حصل؟
Oh, okay.
أنا عندنا بس.
Yes.
Okay, dear Mazen, please tell me, do you think richer countries have a responsibility to help the poor countries?
Of course, as long as we are one word, a small village word connected to each other, we have a shared responsibility or a mutual responsibility between the great power countries and the new developed countries or the poorer countries. As the big countries or the richer countries are responsible for most of the problems that the poorer countries can suffer in water, weather conditions, or climate change, and also in cultivating how they cultivating their foods. So by this negative effect that the richer countries are creating, they have also to give back this poorer country some of their rights or their human rights.
Okay, you finished?
Yes.
I think you have said word instead of word at the first of your speech. Word, you said word, not word. And I noticed that you have used the word poorer countries more and more, and I think you have to use developing countries and developed countries instead to use a variety of words instead to
I
repeating
already
the same word.
used developed countries also.
Develop and developing. Develop and developing. Developed related to industrial or the rich countries, and developing, as you know.
يا عيني ايه
Yes,
الكلام
yes.
الجامد ده I like
معلش يا مستر، اديني بقى المساحه بقى، ادينا مساحه بقى، ما هو مش هينفع كده.
قلنا مساحة نعبر عن نفسنا. excellent job.
ما شاء الله عليك النهارده.
انت طلعت فنانين الحقيقة. I'm impressed. Okay, amazing. Also, yeah, amazing. One last thing, which is poor country. No, we shouldn't have used country. Poor countries. احنا بنتكلم عن countries overall. صح؟ Okay.
Yes.
بس amazing، عجبني الفوكابلري والجرامر structure. كان مميز يعني. Okay. Yes, it was impressive. هنقل على آخر exam, which is test 8. هنعمله مع بعض 1, 2 and 3 together. Okay. هنخلص النهاردة إن شاء الله speaking, and that would be the last part in the speaking exam. بس أنا هطلب منكم طلب please، لأنه إحنا مش مركزين قوي على ال subordinating conjunction. فاكرين last time I told you to start your second, third and fourth sentences with the subordinating conjunctions. Do you still remember them, or I have to remind you with them? I have to remind you?
Subordinate. Okay.
Subordinating conjunction. Huh?
Before, although, though, even though. That's what you mean.
أيوة صح. These are the subordinating.
Whenever.
Very good. Okay. تاني أنا هقولهم بسرعة في السريع جدا، وممكن نربطهم مع بعض لو كنتم متابعين اللايف بتاعي من شوية. هو sorry.
ممكن نعمل لهم كود كده أو شفرة.
I can't hear you. What are you saying? Speak louder.
We can create like an abbreviation for this.
أيوة. Definitely you can. So here, for example, well. It's not an abbreviation. يعني do it your own way. بس أنا هقول لك على طريقة أعتقد إنها it will make it very much easy for you to remember. Okay? We have as though, لا, as if, as though. من though هاخد as though هاخد though although. خلاص أعتقد كده سهل نحفظ الخمسة دول. as if, as though, although. تمام؟ عندنا pairs of words like after, before. دول couples لازم نحفظهم كده مع بعض. after, before, if, unless, when, while, as, since, wherever, whenever, whoever. Okay, so I think this way you can easily remember them. So did I write after and before? Yes. So if you start your sentence with after, before, then start your third sentence with although, and please don't put but in the same sentence of although. Leno, this is a fatal mistake that most of the students do. But we should know, although I had a nice time, but something came to ruin it or something ruined it. Do not use but with though or although, please. So although it was a nice day, something bad happened at the end of it. Okay? Although although I studied well, I failed my exam. Okay? La samha Allah, may Allah forbid. Okay, so although and though they give two contradicting ideas. Okay? Don't use but in between. All right. طيب هنبدأ دلوقتي part 1. أنا عارفة إن أنا بتكلم وأنتوا مخكم مشغول في الكويستشنز عشان عايزين تلحقوا تفكروا فيهم صح؟
لا احنا كنا قلبين الشاشة خالص.
لا لا.
احنا شوف.
خالص إحنا كنا نسمع.
يلا تمام. يلا part 1. رضا to مازن or مازن to رضا depends on who did it last. اتفضل.
Okay.
يلا يا مازن ask.
Okay. Mr. Rida, did you enjoy doing art lessons when you were a child? Why and why not?
Why or why not?
When I was younger, I remember being very happy, especially in the lessons related to art, because I brought up in an artist family, so I love art from my young age.
Okay.
Any comments?
خلاص كده؟
حاجات بسيطة.
Okay.
It's okay. As long as it's task.
I only have 2 comments. Okay. I have 2 comments regarding the adjective artist. Artist is a noun. If you like to use adjective for your family, it's artistic family.
Artistic?
Yes, we just get
Okay.
this adjective just right now. Also, I think the usage of the word love with art is unfriendly. So you'd better use like or interest of art than love. Love is something informal.
Okay.
But Mazen, let me give you a comment here. You don't have to be very formal in the speaking exam. It's all right if you use informal words. That's fine.
I see, but I think the word love is like bad and nice and the very simple vocabulary that we
Correct.
like to avoid.
I agree with you. Yes, I agree with you. Definitely. But again, about being, because I felt like you're more concerned about formal and informal, that's fine. Even to use slang language, no problem. Another comment?
No, only these 2 comments regarding the adjective.
Well, I have one comment, which is he didn't use any introductory phrases. Thank God that he used he started his second sentence using a subordinate conjunction, which was good. And I was brought up, not I brought up. Okay, I was brought up. This is a passive.
Okay.
Okay, so passive place. Next question.
So when we have to, when we are talking about something happened in the past, especially when related to our life, we have to use the passive.
The passive is used when you are not the person who did the verb. يعني
okay.
أنت عايز تقول أنا اتربيت فيه. اتربيت دي يعني مش أنت اللي ربيت نفسك. Someone else or your parents has brought you up. So I was brought up. لأنك مش هقول I brought up. أنت تقول I brought up لما when you're talking about your children. I brought them up. I raised them up. That would be fine. If you're talking to yourself, you do not bring yourself up, right? So I was brought up. Okay.
Okay. I just want to mention that the usage of introductory words in the reply of each question is, I think it's not favorable to use it in each and
Yes.
every question.
Sure, but the point here is that I want you to be used to using it, not necessarily to be used in each and every question. No, this is not a must. It's a choice. It's your own choice. Okay? And yes, it gives the impression that it's a memorable answer or memorized answer. But this is why I do not recommend it to be used in all the questions. But now we are in the practicing period where you have to practice starting with an introductory phrase. يلا amazing. Ask. Rida?
Yes. Do you ever draw or paint picture now? And why? Why not?
Actually,
لا أنا مش عايزة picture. قلنا حرف البي لازم يتظبط. والسي والتي ما اقولش picture. ما تحطش vowel between the consonant letters. مش picture. Pictures. Pictures.
Pictures.
Yes. So يلا مازن.
can you repeat the question for me, please?
Okay. Do you ever draw or paint pictures now? Why and why not?
Or why not? Yes.
Or why not?
Oh, actually, it's such a long time since I draw my last paint. It's over. I think it's over around 15 years or over. When I was in my prep school, that days that I used to spend time in painting and drawing. But nowadays, my career and my business life is always putting me in busy times. So I guess I don't have a much spare time or free time to spend in this hobby.
I think you've said it's over around 10 years or something. I think you can't use over side around. It's over 10 years or it's around 10 years.
It's
But
around
both,
15 years old or over.
yes. Just that's point.
That's
What I
better.
was.
Okay. Another comment, which is I drew, not I draw. Since I last drew, the past of draw is drew, D-R-E-W. A much time is wrong. Much time. It's not a much time. A is used with countable nouns, and time is not countable. Okay? Since time is not countable, you cannot use a with it. So much time.
الحاجات الصغيرة دي بقى اللي مش عارف هتتصلح امتى يعني الحاجات دي اللي
هتتصلح
اكيد بتبقى على البوينت يعني.
هتتصلح by practicing. The more you will practice, the faster it will be. Okay? But you have to keep on practicing. Okay, so third question.
Mr. Rida, when was the last time you went to an art gallery or exhibition? And why?
Exhibition.
Exhibition. Exhibition. Why?
It was a long time since I've been in an art gallery, and that because of my work. I'm very busy in my work, so I think it's about 10 years when I was living in Egypt. When I was lived in Egypt. When I was طب ايه؟ living. I want to. When I was living in Egypt, and since that time, I didn't get the chance to attend any gallery.
Okay, I have 3 comments. First of all, you mispronounced gallery. It's a G letter, not J. So jewelry, yeah, I think you almost pronounce it jewelry. So it's almost a different meaning. It's completely a different meaning. The second comment is it's you said that it's about 10 years. you better express this with since 10 years or 10 years ago, not about 10 years. It's not specific explanation. Also the grammatical mistake in I was living in Cairo or in Egypt,
Okay,
as you say.
thank you.
Okay, amazing. Okay, now all we have is part 2. 1 minute to prepare quickly, and then both of us will give his own presentation. 1 minute, please. Starting from now. Put your pens down, please. Mazen, you may start.
Okay, I'd like to describe a visit to my eldest brother working place, which is a big hospital in Nasr City district in Cairo. In this hospital, my brother is working as a senior doctor of digesting disease. He once I visit him in his working place, I uh, I found him uh, extremely busy fulfilling the tasks of his patients and following up their healthy conditions. Uh, I uh, I tried to visit him that day in order to get some medical support as I suffer from some pain in my body, and this visit was accomplished and and finished with a great result that I get benefits of. I also felt that how this position or the doctor position is important to our society, and how how this medical treatment can relieve our pains and make us feel more healthier and more able to live in a better manner. بس القفلة بقى نقفل ازاي؟
Continue, Mazen, please.
After this visit, I felt that my elder brother is one of the excellent models of doctors that that I am proud of, and he is simply making his patient life more comfort and more safe.
Thank you. أنا زعلانة منك جدا جدا في الانترودكشن في presentation دي يا مس. What happened؟
مفيش complex sentence كفاية.
طبعا.
تحس كده الكلام مش راكب على بعضه.
Your ideas are not joined. حاسس ان انت بتتكلم كل جمله كده يعني بتجيبها من قديم الازل، روح بتجيبها من يعني عارف من سنتين ثلاثه، مش متربط يعني كانك مش عامل البرين ستورمينج دايجرام. صح؟ فين الدايجريشن اللي اتكلمنا فيه كمان؟ No digression at all, no conjunctions or very rare ones were spotted يا مازن. كمان في شوية mistakes were spotted also. يعني قلنا مثلا eldest brother big place. فين الapostrophe s بتاعت الpossession؟ big brother's workplace. Okay؟ نفس mistake the doctor position or the doctor's position. وقلنا قبل كده do not repeat the subject twice. I can't say the doctor's position, it is. The doctor's position is. Another one, which is the difference between life and live. Okay? Life. To live, not to life. To live. You said to life. One last thing, which is once I visit, amazing. Once, amazing, can you hear me?
No, the internet connection is unstable.
Type again.
Hello? Yes.
Yes, amazing, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you well.
Okay, great. So again, you cannot repeat subject in the same sentence. So the doctor's position is, not it is. Okay? Once I visit, this is what you said. Once I visit, I found him. Once I visit him, I found him. ايه الغلط في الجملة دي يا مازن؟
المفروض التنس once I visited him.
Yes? Or when I visited him, I found him to visit. Yes? It's not one.
يبقى the two verbs should be in past simple tense.
Yes. When I visited him, I found out that he's too busy doing his work. Okay. Hello? Hello? Hey guys, can you hear me? Hello?